Hello, everyone. Welcome to this sixth episode of Cyberpunk Red. We are in our second season. I am Simon at Wondering DM. This is our last episode before Gen Con, so there won't be a show next week. There will be a bunch of Cyberpunk related panels here on Wondering DM for Gen Con, however. So we'll talk about that at the end of the show. But if you're interested in learning more about Night City, about Cyberpunk Red, the upcoming TTRPG edition of Cyberpunk, stay tuned. We'll talk about that at the end of the show. We are missing an Adelaide today because she is on vacation. So we wish her a happy vacation, and we will see her again when she comes back in 2 weeks. Now, before we begin, let's thank our sponsors for tonight's show. Beginning with, of course, Art Alsorian Games, the makers of Cyberpunk, without whom it would be impossible to play this game. We are using, thanks to them, the actual rules for Cyberpunk Red, which means that what you see during the stream is actually things that can happen or will happen to your characters once you start playing Cyberpunk Red. Our other sponsor is Magen Press, makers of 5th edition D&D supplements. You can check them out at store.magenpress.com. They have a Kickstarter for Dark Matter coming out next week in 5 days on July 29th. It is a starter set with the rules, a set of level up dice, and cards by the Deck of Many, the people that also made Humblewood, and an adventure for character levels, I want to say 1 to 5, something like that. An introductory adventure that I got to write a part of. If you're interested in checking it out, you can go onto their store at store.magenpress.com, and you can purchase anything with 15% off if you use the code WanderingDM. We also have another sponsor in the form of Found Familiar, great coffee company. Check them out at foundfamiliar.com and use code WanderingDM to get 10% off your coffee order. Our last sponsor for our show today is Roll20, the virtual tabletop that we use here on Wondering DM for all of our shows, all of our games. Check them out at roll20.net. You can also just use the panels down below or the links in chat. And lastly, thank you to our partners through the Diceomancy program. Of course, Level Up Dice. They have some brand new dice that I'm about to purchase myself for reasons undisclosed. But you should check them out. They released a few good looking sets of dice recently. So check them out. You can click on the purple torch down below or the link in chat to go check out our partners, Level Up Dice. That said, that's enough from me. Let's go around the table. Can you tell us who you are? And who would like to recap last game? Chris! You're gonna be our recapper.
Well, you see, we had a lively conversation about whether or not Santa was worth paying an extra visit to, or if, he really just was collateral. We knew who the hitter was. Well, he was the hitter. We knew who the pocket was, where the money came from. Same person that tried to kill us at the motel. So we hopped into the RV and we took a ride to find Pete, old Pete. See who else Santa talked to, see if we can get some information out of them. Just so happened that Trins annoyed the living hell out of old Pete to try and mess with his cyber eye. Trins doesn't really take no for an answer. Even when she says she takes no, she finds ways to remind you that she didn't like the fact that she had to say no, and or take no as an answer. And then finally, she convinces old Pete to go under so she can fix his really old tech that was all twitchy. And we took over the bar. And Jimenez tried to pull some cocktail moves, but instead broke a lot of bottles. And let's see, Reno got her dance on. And oh, yeah, we happened to see one of those people that was paid by Santa, a ganger, dip in and then run off. I yelled at him to stop, and I told him not to make me run after him. The next thing you know, Jinx is shooting him. I mean, I told her to, but she's shooting him. And now he's bleeding in an alley as I'm walking up to see whether or not he's alive or dead or somewhere in between. And hopefully we can get some answers.
Indeed. Before we begin, before we delve back into where we were, who are you, Chris? Who are you playing?
My name is Chris Geary. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary. You can find me here on Fridays when I play Mr. White, aka Dr. Frost, trauma surgeon by day, connected. I don't even know what his role is. Is he a fixer? Maybe. He's a guy who knows a guy. And sometimes he's a guy that can do a couple things, but only like 3 of them, if you ask nicely.
And who else do we have on the crew? Who else would like to go next? I'm not going to dictate an order this time. This is socialist cyberpunk.
That doesn't sound right at all. Anyways, my name is Zanino. I use he, him pronouns, and for this campaign, I play Jimenez, who also uses he, him pronouns.
Please, not all at once.
Okay, fine. Hey, I'm Ren. I play Jinx. Shoots everybody. That's about it.
And hey all, you know me. I'm at Digital on Twitter, or Prexagarth as Mia4 see me around on Twitch. And I use she, her pronouns, and I get to play Chins, who is, of course, the best. And the only thing that Mr. White left out on his thrilling description of everything we did yesterday, last time, was the very important shopping at the high-end store in Vegas, because that was important. Because Trin's got a new outfit, and she looks cute. Fight her. Well, admittedly, now she's changed back into the coveralls because that's better for her to, make sure that this guy is whatever, but, I don't know. He's being snarky, but I can't hear him, so it doesn't matter. I know he's saying he appreciates me.
Spoilers. Trying not to give away the dress before you got to describe it to the audience again. But hey, whatever.
There's that.
There should be music playing now.
Yes, there is music.
Let me know if it's too loud. It's mostly atmospheric sound effects and all that, but it's better than complete silence. So, we're gonna head back to Springfield, Nevada. Small, reclaimed city in the middle of nowhere. The group has come back recently from Las Vegas. They went to the little bar to meet old Pete. And while he was under the knife and getting his implants looked at, someone came by, ran away, tried to contact someone on the phone. We said last week, and that's a mistake on my end, they're not dead. I forgot the rule is you have to roll under your body stat to survive, and so I rolled a 1, so of course they survived. I think what messed me up is the fact that I used the greater than sign instead of the lesser than. So, Mr. White, you are standing next to this body. Jinx is a few ways behind, still kneeling down with her sniper rifle out. Trins is in the RV, and Jimenez is flipping bottles inside the bar.
And the Beach Boys Kokomo is playing inside the bar.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
On the old 2020 jukebox.
So I approached the guy, and like I would, when I'm on the job.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I see? I mean,
you see just I was gonna say just a kid. It's a young-ish adult, maybe early 20s, dressed in a now blood-stained white tank top.
he got hit in the leg.
Yeah, but it's sprayed a bit. It's not like blah 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 bloody like all over, but there's like
Gotcha.
blood stains at the bottom of it, and well, jeans that are pretty much covered in blood. He's wearing old, like lit up sneakers that you can. They're basically like Trince's hair, but in
Gotcha.
shoes form. And
I think she has a pair of those back in Night City.
yeah. He's wearing, of course, fingerless gloves because that's always fashion, and was holding on to an agent that has now fallen on the ground nearby. He's barely conscious, shallow breathing. You can see the blood still squirting out of the wound. The bullet went straight in the middle of his leg. Shattered is that's the femur bone, I think.
Okay.
Like between the knee and the hip. But didn't hit any major arteries.
Okay. Well, what I'll do at that point is I'm gonna pick up the agent.
Yeah.
Is it still connected to anybody?
The call is ended.
Okay. I will tuck it in a pocket and then immediately go to stop the bleeding. So that's what I need to start with first before I can worry about fixing anything else. Because if he bleeds out, it's all for naught. So we'll dip into my pack. I'll pull out scissors. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the jeans open. And on the fly, I am going to basically perform surgery. So that way he doesn't die.
Because you are, after all, a med tech, so you can perform surgery on the fly. However, because you are not in a sterile environment, you're doing it on the pavement, on the concrete. I will give you a -2 to your
Got it.
surgery check.
Okay, I can do that. Anything else?
No, that's it. The DC, they are mortally wounded. Let me just check something. Okay, it just means that they're out for the count. Yeah, so the DV for your surgery would be first to stabilize them would be DV 15, which I believe you can do no problem. And a broken leg can only be healed with a surgery DV 13. So you have 2 checks to do.
Okay.
One to maintain them alive, and one if you want to fix their leg.
So the first one then is not surgery. So the first one would then be paramedic.
Oh, you can use
because if I'm stopping the bleeding,
oh yeah,
or
it's
if I'm
first
stabilizing.
aid. Yeah, it's first aid or paramedic for the first one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, for me, it's paramedic then, and that's going to be -2. All right, I've already subtracted the -2.
Okay.
24.
Yeah, you can't really fail it.
And then
You'll live.
The surgery check to try and fix it is going to be, maybe, you're going to roll for me? 22.
All right. surgery does take a while. It's not something that can be done
Mhm.
while you can do it on the fly. Like you can begin your surgery on the fly. You'll need for this, like it's only one bullet, and then resetting the bone, screwing in a plate. Like I'll figure at some point you probably ask someone to move the body away from the alleyway.
Oh, I would have done that. That's not a problem.
Okay.
I'm used to that. And lifting isn't a problem either. I've got more than enough body to do that.
Okay. So really, what the rules state about surgery, if I remember correctly, is surgery is always 4 hours.
Okay.
Oddly enough, for the doctors in the audience, in the future, know that any surgery that you perform is always 4 hours.
Now, for all the times that I've actually been in surgery and observed surgery, which is a number, yeah, there are very few that go that long, but okay. So, we got it.
So while those 4 hours are happening, I know that Trins is still working on the eye, so she'll be done with like more or less at the same time as your surgery. So
Okay, so
gonna
then
be
I can
taken
go
care
wake
of.
him up out of anesthesia.
yeah, the
And I'm just doping this guy up with painkillers. I'm not doing anything fancy.
you mean the man that was shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other guy's actually under anesthesia. This guy, I'm just giving him. Think of it like a conscious sedation.
Mm-hmm.
Just doping him up with enough painkillers to keep him from moving on me.
Okay. It's not a street drug that you're giving him.
No.
Actual, medication.
Yeah.
All right. Basically, he would wake up without an anesthesia. He will wake up.
I mean, in reality, it'd take him like 15 to 30 minutes to be like fully coherent, alert, and oriented.
Yeah, in the rules, his eyes would open after a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that would be normal for conscious sedation. He just wouldn't be alert for another 5-10 minutes to actually know what's going on, and then wouldn't be
Yeah.
oriented for at least another 5 minutes beyond that, if not.
But what I'll do is for every dose of painkillers you give him, you can extend that by an hour. So like 4 doses you'd be enough, unless you want to keep him under for longer.
Oh, I thought you meant coming out of anesthesia. Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, no, not of anesthesia, of
the fact that I stabbed him.
stabilization. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's fine. And I wouldn't dose him all at once. I would do it like over time because I don't want to stop his heart or his lungs.
All right. So you'll dope him up. While you do that, I would like to know, Iminus and Jinx. You're not medical professionals and or cybertech repair people. So how do you pass the time for the next 4 hours?
I'd probably be standing near Mr. White just to make sure nobody tries to jump him.
Okay.
Yeah.
In short range, you can use that nifty shotgun I got you.
Yeah. That would be cool.
All right.
And so at about maybe the hour and a half mark, Jimenez gets bored of pretending or reenacting cocktail. So he's going to chill out in the armored van and watch Trin's work while he plays around on social media.
Fins is definitely sitting on like one of those small stools, cross-legged as she's kind of playing with the eye and putting it together, and has the music going in the background because everything. It is more. It's a more Latin mix Latin beat with I want to say Japanese lyrics.
Scrolling through your social media, Jimenez, you notice that some of your fans have already begun photoshopping together posters of the next tag team of special effects.
He just starts hitting like on pretty much all of them.
You also get a message, a short private message coming from your old buddy Ice Dragon.
Oh, what does he have to say?
Congratulations on the gig.
Um,
That's all. That's like the entire message.
Yeah. Jimenez responds with THX. Just really short thanks.
Four hours go by. Old Pete is repaired. His eyes stopped clicking. And this unknown character that was shot almost dead in the streets of Springfield is also fixed, like patched up. They'll limp for a while, but they should, like, none of the articulations were damaged, so it's just a question of waiting for the bone to heal and set, and then you're muted.
If he does rehab correctly, he won't have a limp. But if he decides not to, that's on him.
The moment the anesthetic wear off on this a random individual, his eyes go wide looking at Jinx and you from the table he was lying on, and he attempts, and I'll stress attempt,
Yeah,
to
I'll just
get
put a hand
out
on
of the
his
way.
chest.
Yeah.
I'll just put a hand on his chest.
What?
I told you not to run.
I'm not dead.
No, why would I kill you? Why would Jinx kill you? We don't even know you.
You're maniacs.
Says who?
You fucking shot Rob and Bob.
They shot first.
They were using an automatic gun on the back of a truck, driven by someone who fancies himself Santa Claus. And you're telling me that we're mad?
You blew up a motel.
No, we didn't. That was the person that tried to kill us. What's his name? Carlton, whatever. I don't know. Some ex-cop who fancies himself an assassin.
Then what are you doing here? You're putting everyone in Springfield in danger.
Why?
Also, I'm speaking a bit too fast for someone who just came out of anesthesia.
Not
So-
necessarily. If they're hyped up on fear, there's not a whole lot to stop them.
Yeah, there's more slurring of words.
Articulate for stream.
Yeah.
They'll appreciate it. But yeah, that's all I need to know is why. We came here because we were told that the guy that had that motel room had some information for us that was important because somebody wanted, there was something weird going on and it involved us. We show up, we find him dead, assassinated, and then somebody tries to blow us up. I mean, do you see my beard? It's still singed.
Yeah.
Do you think I'd set myself on fire if I blew up the motel?
No, but like, why are you still here then?
Because I want to find out who it was.
Okay.
Plus, people are giving dumb rumors about us. And I don't like it when people put my name in their mouth and they get the details wrong. And I actually poke him in the chest.
Okay, but I didn't do anything. I'm sorry I ran. Are you
But
gonna...
you were given money to do something.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Then what did Santa do for you or promise you?
I was just gonna
Do you
keep
think
an eye
lying
on...
is better or worse than running in my book?
No. Look, I was supposed to keep an eye on you.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know when you've left town and shit.
Were you driving the other car?
The getaway car?
The other car that night that met up with the truck.
Oh. I have... No, I wasn't there that night.
Okay. Do you know who was driving the car?
I kind of know about cars in here. What did it look like?
I look over at Jinx.
I described the car. That Rin can't remember for the life of her, but yeah.
It looked like a black Aston Martin.
Now, it could have been another dark color because it was night. So don't get hung up on the word black.
Yeah, there's no cars of that make or model in Springfield.
Okay.
Uh,
You know about cars. Who would bring one to Springfield then?
I guess the people working at the new place? They've been bringing a lot of people from the city.
But you haven't seen that kind of car over there, have you? Or have you?
And you notice he's searching about the room with his eyes and trying to
Jinx, get
delay
him a drink.
answering.
If you don't mind. Could you get him a drink, please?
Yeah, sure.
He looks thirsty.
Can I put something in it?
No, just beer is fine.
Okay. Go get a beer.
He takes it and like tries to drink from it, but still being like wobbly and almost drunk in his movements. He spills most of it. Look, I wasn't supposed to spy on the new bosses or anything like that, but
They won't know you told me, I promise.
they've got some pretty sweet rides in that back lot.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the coming and goings were yeah, those cars were not cars that are normally seen here. I mean, some of them didn't even have wheels.
Nice. Flying cars. We've seen a couple of those.
Yeah, those the type of thing that like the bigwigs in Night City have.
Yeah. That's true. Are there any though that look like that black Aston Martin?
Yeah.
Now tell me that you are a very good reconnaissance person because you got that junkyard and you're just salivating at the opportunity to chop up something that fancy. And you know details about it, like ID numbers or maybe pictures of the person's face.
I
You're
don't.
not gonna tell me you're an amateur. You're better than that, aren't you?
Yeah. Um. I don't take pictures of people because that's weird. Like, no kink shaming, but I don't do that.
Well, why wouldn't you want to know who the driver is so you can do research to find out when you can steal the car?
I don't steal cars. What am I, like
Oh,
a
okay.
criminal?
And I turn and look at him and say, "What jobs are available here? Plus, you are paid to spy on us. Do you consider that to be and, you know, upstanding work?"
Well, spies aren't criminals.
Depends on who you ask.
Anyway, look, I have some stuff on my phone.
Actually, I'll pull the phone out of my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Still unlocked, as it was before.
Yeah, he never locks it. There's no like protection on it.
So I'll go ahead and stop messing with it. Where do you keep your notes?
Is look in the gallery, the pictures.
Okay.
Bring up the pictures from a month ago,
All right.
and there's a couple from the Barrett parking lot.
I see. Yeah, yeah. There's some fancy ones here.
Yeah,
Nice.
and Mr. White, can you make a perception check, please, as you're looking through those photos?
All right. Perception is going to be my excellent. So that is a 15. Not the best.
15. You see in one of those pictures,
Mm-hmm.
like, not the first car in the frame, but like the second or... Nah, it's not the second. It would be the third or the fourth car.
Mm-hmm.
Is the same make and model, let's call it the Aston Martin, that you saw the other night. It is indeed black.
Okay.
And there's a small... Like, you can't see the whole car because there are other cars like parked in front of it.
Yeah.
But on the rear view mirror with a 15, you would see that there's a small charm hanging from the rear view mirror.
Oh, I can blow that up, right? Zoom in.
Of course.
What's hanging on the rearview mirror?
You enhance,
Mm-hmm.
enhance, and it's a small tree. Like, it's a trunk
Mm-hmm.
with like 3 round like bushes. It's a symbol you've seen before, a symbol that you've seen in Night City. It is the logo of Arasaka.
Ah. Does it look like there's any inscription on it or anything?
Nah, it's just like a plastic, like
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So more like a parking ID.
No, not even. More like
Oh.
like a gift that you would receive at a conference or something, like a small like
Yeah.
keychain.
I see. I see. Tchotchke. Okay. Uh-huh. Are there any other photos? Like I'll just flip through them.
Yeah, the rest are the same parking lot, taken from different angles, but like the angle makes it impossible to see those, like the cars from the first picture, or the one that was interesting anyway.
Yeah. What about people? Are there people caught in the frames? Edges of things?
The only people that you would see are people that happened to pass by the windows of the building when the picture was taken. No
pick a look.
one is staring at the photographer, so he wasn't
fine.
seen. At least
still take a
when
look.
those pictures were taken.
Any faces that I recognize? I also have the microscopic option on my eye.
Because they're like inside, the sun's out.
Gotcha.
They
So
look
they're
more like
silhouettes,
silhouettes
not
than
people.
actual
Gotcha.
people.
That's what I wanted to see.
Okay.
I will thank him and ask him, who were you calling? I mean, I can look it up, but it's probably a burner phone if they actually know what they're doing. If they're that sloppy, we'll find them without your help.
I was calling work. You can check
Which
it.
is?
You can check it out. It's the phone number of the junkyard.
Oh, okay. For someone to come pick you up? Or to save you? Since you thought we were crazy?
Yeah, well, you fucking shot me.
Well, you didn't stop and talk. I even said please the first time.
Yeah, you're the only polite murderer I've ever seen.
He's not a murderer.
I have never murdered anybody. Let's see. No, never murdered anybody.
Well, your watchdog there, she fucking shot at me twice.
Yeah, and if she wanted to kill you, you'd be dead. Center
Yeah.
mass is so much easier to hit than extremities. Those were warning shots.
You shot a warning shot through my leg.
No, the first one was grazing your shoulder. The leg was more serious. They escalate.
You kept running.
Because you shot at me.
I didn't shoot first. You ran first.
Running's not a crime.
If you are fleeing the scene, it is.
You're not cops.
No, but you were saying that the running's not a crime, and I was just disproving that.
Well, whatever. Can I just... Do you have what you need? Can I get my agent back and just go home?
I don't know. Is there anything else that I need to know? Are you leaving anything out of fear of someone else?
Out of fear of what? That you're gonna kill me? No, I'm already pissing myself.
No, out of fear of someone that's more scary than us. Because I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Larry. Corporations don't care about you.
Yeah,
They
no.
don't see you as people. They see you as objects. They see you as disposable. So don't protect them. They're not worth it.
I'm not protecting any corp, man.
Good.
I work at a junkyard. I'm not some, like, wage slave.
Yeah, but you're part of Springfield. This whole place was a corp town. You've got ties here.
So's every city.
I know. Which means every corp has infiltrated everybody. They tell you things like, you too can have a good life. All you got to do is do what we say. They give you false choices. They tell you, we're going to hurt you. Or you can have a great life, which is not a great life, but it's better than being hurt. They're monsters. They always will be.
Yeah, that's why I'd rather live in my junkyard and, you know, not get shot at.
Yeah, no, that's a good plan. Now, I have a really good crack mechanic that you might want to pick her brain on some things before you leave. She could help you streamline some of your processes, potentially, give you some tips and pointers on how to keep your business up and running. And Jinx here knows a lot about keeping raiders off your back. Yeah, there are raiders around that a lot of times will use your junkyard as neutral ground. It sounds more like they give you a bad choice as well. We can either attack, or you can just let us do what we want. But hey, maybe not. Maybe they're really nice people. But she might be able to give you some pointers on how to better protect yourself and your people. That doesn't mean fighting them. Numbers matter. But
The Outbackers are pretty chill with me. I can tell you that
Good.
much. But look. No offense to you, man. But I've been shot. I thought I died.
Oh, I wasn't gonna let that happen.
Right now, I'd just like to go home.
Good.
That's
That's
cool.
a good place to be.
All right. Cool.
But You also never introduced yourself, which is very rude. You happen to know who we are.
I don't fucking know your name.
You can call me Mr. White.
Cool. I'm Colonel Mustard.
I smack him upside the head.
Okay, Mr. Mustard. Now that jokes are done, I was being serious.
Oh, you parents named you after a color?
No, but if you actually ever want to find me, that's the name you need.
Oh, yeah, if you want to find me, you can call me B-Bell.
Nice to meet you, B-Bell. It's always good to meet people and get to know them. All right.
There's a threat?
No, that was a compliment. If you weren't worth knowing, there's no reason to keep you from dying.
I don't know.
Life
man.
is precious. We must make connections.
I don't know if it's the shade or your tone of voice, but like everything you say seems ominous.
I try. My bedside manner has always been, well, probably why I heal people in the streets. Couldn't make it at a big hospital. I'd probably get too many complaints for being ominous. You ever get a bad rap?
What's a what?
A bad reputation for something you didn't do.
Oh, yeah, around these parts, yeah. Yeah, they think I have a thing for animals.
Oh, that's not good. Especially out in a rural place like that. Well, anyway, B-Bell. It was good to make your acquaintance. I got your number. I'll give you a ring. If for any reason, I think I have information that will be of benefit to you.
Sure.
And I gently tuck his phone into his pocket and help him sit up.
Yeah, he's still a little wobbly, but like he can probably stumble his way home.
Well, you might want to sit for a bit, maybe call someone to come give you a ride. You shouldn't be driving in this condition.
I'll sit by the jukebox.
That's fine. Also, you got to make sure that you don't overdo that leg for at least 3 weeks. You do too much running on that leg, and you're going to undo all the careful work I did to make sure you don't have a limp. But you're going to also have to do some stretches to keep the ligaments from tightening up. All right? I'll text you the information you need.
Yeah, sure. I don't know what a ligament is.
It's the parts of your body that keep your bones together so your knees can bend and your hips can move and your ankles can do their thing.
So, like, nerves?
No, nerves are what send communications. Ligaments, think of them like rubber bands, they're stretchy. They allow you to twist and turn and duck, dodge, dive, that kind of thing.
Sure. I'll stretch my rubber bands.
Yeah. And I need to go check on a guy that's waking up from some repairs and make sure he's doing okay. I'll be right back. He had a bum eye. We had
Did you kill
upgraded.
Pete?
No, we upgraded it. Well, maintenance did. He didn't want any upgrades. It was a thank you for information.
Y'all are fucking weird.
Only because you took what other people said about us to be true.
He just, like, slouches in one of the chairs.
And I'll walk out at that time. I'll look at Jinx and say, make sure that he's very careful on that leg whenever his ride shows up. If if it's before I get back, please.
Sure. I'll be nice.
I hate it when people mess up my work. And I wander out the door.
During that conversation, Pete woke up in the RV. His eye has been fixed, no longer clicking. He spins it around a little, looks left, right, up, down, blinks a few times. Why, that just ought to do it.
You know, you need to clean that like a whole lot more often. You got like so much dust in there. That was not cool.
Yeah, I normally just put it in a beaker of alcohol and I give it a stir. It kills all the
That's
germs.
not how that works. No, that's not how that works. You live in a desert. There's dust. Like, you see the dust just exists. It gets in the gears and they stop working. You need to wipe it off before you clean it. Otherwise the dust, then you put like, haven't you ever like put water on top of the dust and it just like congeals and looks nasty as fuck?
You mean mud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what mud is. You don't have to explain it to me.
But yeah, but now picture you've been doing that to your eye every night.
I don't put mud in my eye.
The dust is there and you just put liquid on top of it. Therefore you're putting mud in your eye.
Well, you washed it.
I also oiled it, fixed everything, and upgraded you. You're welcome. I'm glad you like it.
I said no upgrade.
I didn't upgrade. I just fixed the wiring, made sure that the counter that was grounded so you won't actually get any electronic shocks. Repaired some of the minor dips and dings that you had.
He looks around, like, puzzled for a moment. Tries, like, a few, like, winks. And weird movements. Like he's trying to draw something with his eye in the air. Like, okay. Doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, I didn't touch the software. I just fixed the hardware.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I go back to my job now?
Sure. It was a pleasure doing business with you. I'm glad you appreciated my efforts.
Jimenez just whispers to Prax, "Start the van."
I hope you have a
Because
very pleasant day.
Jimenez didn't clean up after himself in the bar.
So Pete comes out of...
Wait, so Jinx is in the bar with the dude, and she sees the mess.
Yeah, you would have seen the mess when you got the beer.
That's true. So, like, over our, like, messaging, whatever, the fuck happened here? Guys?
I don't know. I didn't do anything. It wasn't my fault.
Jimenez just says it was a bar fight.
With who?
I think he might have been shadowboxing.
With the top shelf.
Oh, fuck it. Okay. 2 seconds. Is Pete awake yet, or?
He would be... At this point in time, since it's when you got the beer and everything, the guy was awake, it would be like maybe like 2-3 minutes before Pete comes into the bar.
Hey, Trends?
Yeah. Yes.
Stall him. Like, just
Okay.
stall.
Oh, wait a minute. You can't go yet.
Why?
Hold on a sec. Don't move. And I'm sorry. I'm usually better than this, but you have a spot like right here. It's like really bothering me. And I just need to. And she kind of like pulls out one of the
Still touching
ubiquitous
me.
rug cloths and starts polishing it. Like, no.
What? No, wait, just stop. touching my face.
While she's doing
Got a
this,
smudge mark, like right here. It need to be polished and shiny. It looks better when it's shiny. See, doesn't it look better when it's shiny?
So while this is happening,
Jinx tries to clean up a little bit. And then she'll come into the van and pull a bag out of her bike and pull out a wad of cash and be like, yeah, here, to Pete, and be like,
why are you giving me money? What the fuck happened to my bar?
I'm assuming it's for our tab.
yeah, it's our tab. We drank a lot. Well, I didn't drink a lot, but yeah, just here.
How much you give him?
How much did I have?
A couple hundred.
How much? Can Jinx like figure out how much damage Jimenez did?
I'm gonna say it was about $500-$600 worth.
Yeah, I'll say, like, here's what we're gonna do. Anino, roll a d10. And that's the amount of hundreds of dollars of damage. $500 worth of, yeah, the top shelf alcohol.
Okay, I slap $1,000 in his hand and be like, just go. Sorry. Just, yeah.
And we have our hairstylist with us as well, right?
Yes, Monique
Yes.
is.
Monique?
She stayed in the bar for the most part.
I would have had her come with me when I headed out to the van.
Okay.
And Reno.
Oh, yeah, of course, in Reno.
Yeah, Reno was gonna say that she's having one of those. Yeah,
Migraine
cyberware-induced migraines, and she's gonna lie down in the RV to
And
rest it
pet
out.
Pet Dutch.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've done our good deed for the day.
If nobody bothers him anymore, Pete's just gonna go back to the bar, start chatting up with B-Bell, asking him like what he's doing here, why is there so much blood.
So where are we going? Because I hear that there's a junkyard that just is primo for things that could be helpful.
Yeah, I don't think now's the time to be raiding B-Bell's junkyard.
Why not? We're friends
Um,
now, right?
Not exactly. He still doesn't understand why he got shot. Things are different out here in Springfield than in Night City.
Why didn't you shoot him? He seemed nice.
He ran. I don't
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, he didn't listen.
Oh, that was kind of mean. You shouldn't make Mr. White run. Mm-mm.
So are we leaving?
Sure. Where are we going?
I don't know. It sounds like Asaka might be the ones that are out after us. I don't feel like dealing with that down here.
So we
Okay,
head
so
home.
we're going. We heading home?
Well, Jimenez has a fight to prep for. Unless he wants to try and work out in Springfield.
God, no. That place is a dump.
Then I
Okay.
think our best bet is to head back to the complex.
Cool.
Let me
Road
take
trip.
my bike.
You're gonna take the bike? Okay, I'll take the bike.
Now
And she'll
I'm
drop.
taking my bike.
She drops the back for you to get the bike out. Also, we have some new tunes that I'm sure you will all appreciate. And she kind of turns up the Spanish salsa Japanese music.
I don't know why immediately I had the cucaracha playing in my head.
No, think more think more Pitbull and
Mm-hmm.
Primatame and Blanco.
So you head back to Night City?
I think that is the plan.
Unless somebody wants to try and raid Bad Industries, and they've kind of tried to button themselves up. I don't feel like we're prepped for that.
I think we should do some more research first.
Yeah, I want to know who it is at Arasaka that seems to want us dead.
So you make your way back to Night City. It is, like we said the other day when you got to Springfield, a long ride. Like a 6 to 8 hour long ride. You leave Springfield, drive through the desert. And I would like any one of you who is looking out the window to make a perception check. Anyone who would happen to be like sitting by a window or something.
So you know the driver looking out the windshield?
Yeah, no, yeah, drivers. Yeah.
So like a side window?
Side window also works.
I got 22.
No, you
You have
mean
to
you
roll
get
a
to
10
reroll
again.
the 10?
Oh, oops. Oh, obviously.
24.
So 24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
14!
I'm probably stuck in my head again.
Okay.
I don't know what X is up to, but
I guess I can roll.
If you are, you don't have to. It depends
Yeah, I'll
on
do
where
it.
you're situated in the RV.
That would probably be the turret,
Okay.
even though I'm not planning on firing it.
Yeah, just taking in the sun and the wind. And a bunch of bugs to the face.
$15.
Well, all three of you do notice by the side of the road, not like right by the side, like not on the curb, but like a few, like maybe like 10 yards away out of the road, the wreck of a truck. Of a pickup truck. However, with a 24, Jinx, you also see that there is a person sitting in the driver's seat of this truck. A burnt up husk of a person. And there are bullet holes on the driver's side door.
I'm gonna go take a closer look. See what I can find.
You gear your motorcycle to where the pickup truck is. You recognize it. The machine gun's not on it anymore, but it is. The pickup truck from the other night. It's been burnt. And the person in the driver's seat, while they did burn, there's still remains of their clothing. Just tattered remains. And the what's it called again? The neural link from their wrist to the dashboard is still connected. So they were either killed before they had time to get out of the car, or they were killed as they were driving. The bullets that went through the driver's door exited through the passenger side doors. So you see the same bullet holes on both sides.
Can I see anything that identifies the body? Like, do I know if it's one of the brothers or if it's Bad Santa or...
What do we have as a CSI skill in here? Let's see. I'm sure there's a CSI skill. Yeah, it's called criminology. It's based off of your intelligence.
And if I don't have it, I just do 1d10 plus my intelligence?
Yep, that's it.
Hold on.
It's hard to tell. You remember when y'all shared information about Bad Santa back in Las Vegas that he had a tattoo on his shoulder. But he doesn't at the moment. However, there's quite a few pieces of burnt up, broken cyberware inside of him that nobody pulled out. So whoever killed him did not do so to like retrieve cybertech or even retrieve like limbs or organs from his body. That said, with a 14, with what you see of the cybertech that person still has on them, it looks like combat tech. You know, like the laser scope, the shit, what's it called again? The grip, the special grip that lets you use smart link pistols, smart guns. They also have what you can see, like they're not gold plated like Reno, but he has big knucks on, and a pop-up range weapon on his. Though the pistol isn't there anymore, but the mount and everything is still there. That's what I was looking for. A subdermal grip. However, this person is, for someone of your skills, you're unable to identify who they are.
Okay, I'll radio back to the others what I find. And I'm pretty sure this job was just to silence this person. They weren't looking for anything. Like, they weren't coming to steal cyberware or organs or whatever. I'll check, like, around in the cab, see if there's, like, an agent or something that got saved from the fire or anything salvageable that could maybe give us more info. And I take a couple pictures of the body for Mr. White, so maybe he could take a look.
There's nothing else in the back of the cab. No other bodies either. So you remember anyway, Rob and Bob were shot at and then fell off the truck. So, yeah. It's just If there was something else, maybe it was taken. But that's all that you can find at the moment.
Alright, I'll leave and I'll send the pictures to Mr. White so he can take a look at them. And I'll catch up to the van.
Yeah, it's not like your motorcycle isn't able to catch up. Mr. White, you would receive as Trins is driving, maybe jolting you from your thoughts, a few pictures of a burnt out pickup truck with a body inside.
Okay. Any identifiable marks on the cyberware or the body?
Cyberware is not brand new, but it's not secondhand either. It looks like it's a fresh install.
Okay.
The body itself is... It looks more like a mummified corpse because it, one, got burnt and then was left into the desert for at least 24 hours. And yeah, there's no... Well, you would need a criminology check.
Okay. 17.
17, you would see faint traces of lines on the skin. On what's left of the skin, anyway.
Can I zoom in with the micro?
Yeah, they're... it's shriveled up. But for sure, this person had ink done on them.
Yeah, what part of the body am I looking at?
Left shoulder.
Okay. Any pigment still left to it, or did that all burn up and I'm just seeing basically where it burned?
No, there's a bit of pigmentation left that would be black or like dark blue.
Gotcha. So, I will grab that image and shoot it off to Alt and ask her if she can try and reconstruct the design. We're trying to identify a dead body that we happened upon.
I can try, but that's not really my forte.
Do you know any programs that can just try and approximate shapes?
You can find some probably at the archaeology department of the Night City University. So I can try to hack into their mainframe and look and try to get it to work.
No, that's fine. We don't need to go about hacking. We can see if we can find someone. I'm happy to do that. I was just curious if you had any for when you're doing the recon work that you do.
I don't often deal with burnt up dead people.
No, but you do with image enhancement sometimes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I wasn't sure what kinds of programs you use. Plus, we all think you're amazing, so we're always going to assume you can until you tell us that you can't. So, there's that.
It's a good thing. You should assume I can do anything unless I tell you I can't.
Yep. So, we'll, I'll take that a different direction. And then, I appreciate the consult, though. And, hopefully we'll be back soon so I can get back to work on that thing. Take care.
All right. You as well.
Was there any identifying markers on any of the like serial numbers that were still present on any of the cyberware in those photos?
Huh. I would have to say. I would have to say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, at least on the pop-up mounted, pop-up range weapon. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, serial or model or anything like that. As much as I can get to try and figure out what it is to help with additional data points for IDing who this is. I just want confirmation and corroboration.
Let me just check if that's a skill you could try from your agent. You would have to search. Would you be able to?
I'm assuming that for work I'd be able to. So I would know what databases. I don't know if I have access to them privately, but
Oh, okay. That would be a library search.
okay.
You would have access to some of the like most common cyberware companies in Night City.
Yeah.
And you know, you kind of like, while the exact number of the serial number is unimportant, you recognize like the sequence, how it's written. So you know that this is something that was market bought. It wasn't
Okay.
custom made for this person or anything like that.
Gotcha. So, yeah, I'll see what I can find. If not, I'll go to Kava and see what Kava has in his bag of tricks, because I'm sure that he tries to catalog things.
That would be DV18 to find that
Okay.
out.
Technically, I can do that without critting, and I crit.
You don't need to roll the extra d10. You can if you want to. Yeah, it's a Militech standard pop-up range weapon, built to house a up to a heavy pistol, not a very
Okay.
heavy pistol,
Okay.
but up to a heavy pistol, and it's something that is. I'm not gonna say it's super common. But it is common in law enforcement, bounty hunting, mercenary work, and a lot of corpsec also have that. Though they will often go for like the lower gauge pistols.
Oh yeah, because if you're getting that close, you don't want something that has a lot of recoil.
Yeah, and not everyone is, skilled at compensating for recoil.
So, yeah, Militech did. So I also have the serial number, which it's not likely registered. But if I just do a general Google search for that serial number,
Nothing would come out of it.
Okay.
It's just a string of numbers. Like, unless you were inside the Militech database, then you could probably find, like, which store this was sold to. And then the store itself could tell you, like, who it was installed in.
yeah, I get that. However, Militech might be locked down, but the stores aren't, and they catalog everything. Stores are usually a little less than. Well, they're not as secure about their databases, so there may have been a breach, and that data may be out there somewhere. It was worth a try. Also, if it was reported stolen, because it ended up in someone like Santa, who he may not have bought it legitimately, but bought it off the back of a truck, then there's a police report, and that's public record.
Yeah.
So
Um,
that's why I thought it might be worth a shot. So,
but yeah, in this case, it was not reported as stolen.
that works, or at least not in my feeble attempt to find it, because I'm not a computer guy. So, all right, we will wait till Night City for that.
All right. Then, nothing else special, nothing out of the ordinary will happen on your trek back to Night City. As you reach Night City, it is now, oh boy, pushing 11 at night. Night City is, of course, alight with all the billboards, the signs, the lit up different districts of Night City that never sleep. There's not a lot of difference between Night City and Vegas, to be honest. Unless you're talking about the business district, like City Center, where life sort of quiets down at night, or at least the nightlife is different than the daytime life. You make your way back to your apartment building. And that's where we're gonna take a break. Just as we lose every frame possible. Yup. Well, it's a good thing we're going to break. We'll see if everything stabilizes during break. Stick around, everyone. We'll be back in around 5 to 10 minutes to continue this story, now that the group has gotten back to their nest. Sup? We're back and not in the right order. What the hell happened to the cameras? Who turned off their camera? Well, I know it's not Anino because Anino's in the same place. Just gonna fix everyone very quickly. There we go. Hey everyone, we're back. And as is our tradition, after break, we have a giveaway of the Cyberpunk Red Jumpstart Kit. Today's code word is going to be !Bad Santa. If you want to get your hands on a Cyberpunk Red Jumpstart Kit, so the whole, not the actual Cyberpunk Red edition, but what we've used during Season 1 with the pre-gens character, the 3 adventures, and the rules to be able to play with like an overview of Cyberpunk Red, type in chat !Bad Santa. I'm gonna leave everyone a few minutes, and we will do that drawing in a few minutes. That said, the group came back to Night City, to the apartment. 2077 Pondsmith Avenue. You park the RV. The convenience store on the first floor is still open. There are some lights in the building. The light from Trince's apartment is on. And that's it. What do you do?
Trins is gonna go back to her apartment and check on her brother. Also, you know, it's late. She did all the driving.
Yeah, you're probably exhausted by this point.
And she did surgery. Well, not surgery, but mechanical repairs.
That's true. That was a very busy day today.
So I'm going to say goodnight to all of you wonderful people, and I will see you tomorrow. If you need me, you can call me because my phone is always there and Benedict will always answer, at least for you guys. If I didn't know you, then it wouldn't always answer. It'd probably go to voicemail or something, but whatever. But you are cool, so that's okay.
Night.
Have a good one.
Is everybody else also going to their place?
Yeah.
When you all head home, Monique actually stops the party, and
Reno and I would make sure she's set up with a place.
There's the place on the 6th floor across from the other side of, what's the name? Fuck, I'm blanking. Hold on.
Gina?
Gina. Yeah, you can. There was an apartment on the 6th floor across from Gina. She's mostly fine.
okay. All right, I'll head on to the 6th floor. Have a good night, everyone.
We'll get her keys
Oh, yeah, keys.
from Reno. Get all that sorted because Reno's the super. So the two of us can get it sorted and get that taken care of. And then Mr. White will wander off to his apartment.
And if you need anything, my apartment's down the hall. And by the way, Gina has a lot of animals. You might want to be aware of that. Bye. Have a good night.
Is that a bad thing?
No, but sometimes they make noises. Since we've taken over the property, we've tried to help with the soundproofing for things like that, but it can happen still.
Well, so long as it doesn't smell like shit.
I don't believe it does. Reno
Alright.
probably grumbles something.
Okay. I can live with that.
And then, like, just before Trins gets to her apartment, she turns around and goes, "Oh yeah, and if you need anything, you want to like reconfigure the space or anything, let me know. You know, think about what you actually want, what your concept is, and I'll do all the work for you. Have a good night."
Good night. Y'all go to sleep, and during that time, Venet wins the giveaway. Congratulations, Venet. If you can send me a message, a private message by Twitch or Twitter, I will, with your email address, I will send that to our Talsorian ASAP. Congratulations again. Trins, when you get to your apartment, Mercutio is awake, watching TV. There is an open envelope, snail mail, on the counter, addressed to Mercutio. And, crumpled in the trash is a letter. Almost like a postcard.
She has no shame. She's gonna read her brother's mail. She should read her brother's mail anyways.
It's a simple message on the back of a picture of the Night City Penitentiary. It says, "Missed you." And it's signed Centino.
Why is Santino sending you mail?
It's a threat.
He shouldn't be threatening you.
Well,
That's
he is.
mean.
So I don't know what
I'll tell him that's mean.
Why, you two together again?
No.
That no implies that you want to get back together with the guy that's openly threatening your brother.
I do not want to get together with the guy who's opening threatening my brother. That would be mean.
Yeah, that would be mean. Just as mean as, like, sending me threatening letters. But you know what? He did it anyway.
That's why I'm gonna tell him. It was mean.
So you're gonna meet up with him?
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
So
I
what?
can just text him. It's fine.
You blow up a building and now you're back on the street with,
I did not blow up a building. Who said I blew up a building? I did not in any way, shape, or form blow up a building.
Oh, please. I saw you getting the C4 out of your little private storage area. Come on. And that same night, IEC goes up in flame.
They did not go up in flames. They went down in a perfectly controlled demolition collapse. There were no flames anywhere whatsoever.
Yeah, see, I knew you had something to do about it. And now
Those
you
are really
leave.
good.
Now you leave town, and while you're out of town, your little ex-boyfriend decides to send me threats. See that? And he just, like, he's still sitting on the couch, so he's just, like, pointing at you from afar. And he says, "See that picture? The prison?" He says,
Yes.
"Missed you."
Yes.
Yeah, I bet he's the fucker who tried to shoot me, or he bribed the guard that was in the tower.
Then I'm get to tell him that he was being mean.
Yeah, how about you cap his ass?
I've never ever killed anyone. Technically.
Except when you blew up an office building.
There was no one in the building at the time.
I am fairly certain there were people in there.
No, there weren't. There was no one in the building when I blew it up. There was no one breathing in the building when I blew it up.
Accessory to murder.
Says the guy who was chopping cars and, oh wait, smuggling cyberware through the chopped cars.
Did I kill anyone?
No. Neither did I.
Whatever you say.
Why? I'm not seeing him. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to tell him it was mean. It was mean of him to bother you like that.
So you have his number. So you've kept your
like
ex's
it's
number. The
changed.
guy who tried to burn your place down.
I don't know. I don't get rid of anybody's number. I still have your number. I still have your apartment's phone number. I also still have mom and dad's agents' numbers. I don't get rid of numbers.
But mom and dad didn't try to burn down your place in your garage.
I don't, you know, why are you being mean about this? I was just going to say he was being mean.
You're trying to get an excuse to text them.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Really, I'm
As
not.
your brother, I forbid you to call him, or to text them, or to have any communication with the guy that fucking openly threatened to kill me.
Dear Santino, why the fuck are you threatening my brother? Send.
You will regret
You don't
that.
You're not allowed to tell me what to do.
I'm your older brother. Yes, I do.
And you're the one on parole in my house. So no, you're not.
Do you want me to snitch on you for murder?
Mm-hmm. You're gonna go tell the Night City Police that I committed a murder. That you, a guy on parole, knowingly embedded me committing murder.
I was
Prove it.
stuck in this house because my legs stopped working.
And I fixed them.
Hope you didn't blow up anyone while you were in whatever.
I
the
did
hell
not blow
you
up
were.
anyone. I was very nice and fixed some guys. I also got new clothes.
Yeah, I know.
I was
I
gonna
see.
buy you something nice.
probably, yeah, you probably didn't.
Well, you know, you said you didn't want anything.
I never said anything.
Yes, you did. I believe the words were, Trins, stop buying me stuff. Trins, I can take care of it on my own. Trins, I'm quite sure I can support myself. I don't need my little sister looking out, buying me shit. Katerina, stop buying me shit. Those were the words that came out your mouth.
Yeah, but I didn't know my sister was going to Vegas. Or did Jimenez go to Vegas by himself?
Okay, one, I'm confused about your assumption that I went anywhere with Jimenez.
Jimenez was in Vegas for a promo. I know that it was all
Okay.
over the news. Well, at least.
Yes.
The feeds that I
so
follow.
why I'm very confused as to where this comes up with me being in the same place as Jimenez.
The dude doesn't drive. Who
So?
else would be crazy enough to cross the Nevada highways full of raiders but you? Oh yeah, and the RV was
You.
missing from the parking lot.
That doesn't mean anything. I have business to go. Thanks.
Yeah, sure. So who did you kill in Vegas?
I killed absolutely no one. I have not killed anyone.
who did you became accessory to the murder of in Vegas?
Absolutely no one. If you must know, Jimenez was very polite, and he invited me to be and a bunch of us to go to see his new promo. Yeah, I didn't invite you because you're not allowed to leave the city. But do you want to know about his new gig and the new tag team event that's going to happen?
I saw
Here?
the video.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You want tickets to the event?
Well, yeah.
Then stop being mean to your sister.
Fuck off. I can just ask him. Jimenez is my pal. You know? We have, like, this bond.
Have you ever actually talked? Beyond me introducing you when you were trapped on the couch, because, you know.
That was enough. Like, fighters recognize fighters.
You ain't
Alright.
fought shit. Stop bullshitting.
I fucking fought my fair share of people in the brig.
Yeah, in jail is not the same thing, and please, 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 Merc, stop. You're just making yourself look bad.
I was named after a fighter.
No,
I'm a
you were named
fighter in
after
my
a guy
soul.
in a Shakespeare play who died getting in between the middle of two guys who were fighting, awkwardly being stabbed in the side, and then spent an entire 27 lines slowly dying and cursing people.
But
That's
he
who you were named
fought.
after. No, he didn't. There was a whole bit about him telling them not to fight, and then there's a whole bit about him being crazy and insane and talking to Queen Mab and saying, you know what, we shouldn't fight about this. His whole thing is not being a fighter. So, would you like to continue this? You need to read the plays again.
I can go back to school.
You know what? I'm not talking to you anymore. And she just turns around and like storms off and like slams the door.
The volume of Combat Cab goes increasingly louder.
And she just turns her music up louder, and because the music's synced to her, the lights are synced to her music, the lights start going off in the apartment loud in flashes to the music.
And with that, we're gonna skip over to the next day. I pity whoever lives beneath your apartment.
No one. There is no one on that floor beneath my apartment.
It is the forbidden floor. We do not talk about it.
Yeah, what wasn't it? Let me
5.
check.
It's the 5th floor. There's no one on, like...
There's no one that lives on the 5th floor. And I lost my accent all of a sudden. What the hell?
No, we're living... yeah, there's apparently no one who ends up...
Trins is on the 6th.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's true. The 5th floor is the empty one. Yeah, I thought it was 4th for a second. Yeah, nobody lives.
Oh, that's where I live. I'm
Yeah.
on the 4th floor with Mrs. B.
Yeah.
And
Who's on the
the
7th?
guitarist, rest his soul, Rico.
Yeah.
Too soon. Jinx is on the 7th floor.
Yeah, so Jinx would have probably heard a bit of the music playing.
I slept through it.
Oh, the next morning. We'll start with Jimenez, because he probably is the one that gets up the earliest from everyone.
So, Jimenez doesn't really have anything unless... Yeah, he doesn't have anything, so he's going to get with his morning workout and go with Crazy Princess to the gym.
You've been sorely missed for the last couple of days, X. Stephanie tells you.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're doing pretty well in for yourself in Club Underground.
Yeah.
Don't need me around anymore.
Oh, I saw your little advertisement. It's pretty cool.
Why, thank you.
You signed up anything yet?
Yeah, I'm signed with NCW for now.
Mm. How long?
That's a tricky question. I guess it's going to be as long as I bring in the ratings, I guess.
And I just asking like that, it's exclusionary, I guess. Like,
Yeah, I'm signed with them exclusively.
yeah, exclusively, sorry. Okay, well, we can still train together. Like, we're not gonna fight.
Well, yeah, of course.
Not until, I make it into NCW. Right? You're not gonna...
Jimenez just smiles and just fist taps her shoulder, like, yeah, you'll get there soon enough.
Yeah. Alright, well. We get to training, I guess.
Yeah, let's do it. Anything interesting happen in Club Underground while I was gone?
There's and like from this point on in the conversation, like you're talking and sparring at the same time, going
Right.
through your moves and all that. And she says, yeah, there's a dude that came by.
Yeah.
Ask a few questions. I think he was an agent from NCW. He was asking about you and where you were, and I told him you were in Springfield because that's where we thought you would be for the thing with the Sandman.
Yeah. Yeah, plans changed, and I went along with them.
Yeah. He left afterwards. He didn't come back. Kind of a...
Did he have a name?
He didn't leave his name. He said he was a friend of yours. Dude looks sort of like a poser. I don't know. He has like this like chromed up arm. I don't know.
Well, you should know
purple
by
and
now
shit.
that. Wait, purple? And he's going to pause and pull up his agent and show a picture of Hawk. Was it this guy?
Yeah, that's the dude, the douche guy. Yeah.
I think friend is stretching it a little bit, but that's kind of weird that he would be looking for me.
Hey, but he came in one morning, asked around for you. That was, what? It was 2 days ago, actually. The day before yesterday.
It's weird. He has White's number. He could have contacted me through that.
I don't know. He looked a little high.
Well, that's kind of his usual state.
Dealing in roids or something, X?
No. I really can't explain it. He's got some weird memory things going on.
Oh, because of the drugs?
Yeah, probably the drugs.
Well, that sucks.
But I better not catch you doing any of that, young lady.
Please. Like I would tell you. Nah, I don't touch the shit that's on the street. And I don't have the money for the designer stuff anymore, so... kind of like had to quit cold turkey, which
Huh.
wasn't so bad. Come to think of it.
No, but that's because you have a job now.
Yeah, pretending to beat people up.
Have you gotten any acting gigs yet?
Nah. I didn't really look a lot. I'm trying to get to, like, your level first. Like, I need to improve, like, the basics. Like, to kind of seem actually legit. I know, that's your catchphrase, but...
Oh, whatever. You're not using your skill set chips, are you?
Trying not to.
Then those are going to be a crutch if you keep relying on them.
Yeah, it's just... It kind of sucks when you try to do stuff on your own that you used to know how, and then you don't. Like, it's just... It's like my body doesn't want to move the way it's supposed to move.
Well, it just takes practice. You've only been at it for what? 2-3 months now?
Month and a half.
Yeah, not even. So, just continue to practice it and, make sure that the other guys here are taking care of you.
Yeah, they are in their way.
They're not hazing you, are they?
Everyone's super soft on me. It's like they let me win or something.
That doesn't seem right.
No, I know. Well, not when we have, like, actual... I've had, like, 2 matches, but... No, I mean, like, when we're training or something, like, I know you're giving your all. But, like, the other guys is, like... I don't know. It's either that or I'm really better than everyone here.
He just quirks an eyebrow at that.
Like, you know of a few of the wrestlers from Club Underground who would not give her, like, an inch. But, like, it doesn't really surprise you from some of the, like, younger, more inexperienced wrestlers to, like, especially some that have never fought a woman before.
Okay.
Like, that they just don't want to break her or something. Like, they don't... It's... You wouldn't... Like, it's not surprising, but you wouldn't have expected it from them. But anyway. Oh, I got a... I also have a photo up. Soon.
Oh, yeah? Who's it with?
Yeah. Clothing company. So they want to start making like sports outfit, I guess. Sportswear, something like that. I said nothing nude. They said there wouldn't be any like nude shit, so I'm gonna be wearing clothes and stuff. They approached someone else. I don't know who, but like they turned them down. So I was the next best thing, apparently.
What's the clothing line?
I have it on my phone. I don't remember. Can you give me a second?
Sure.
And she fetches her agent, scrolls through it, and she's like, "Oh, it's a place called Icon."
Well, that's a fun coincidence. Yeah, go for it. I think it's totally your style.
Yeah, they well, anyway, they're gonna make me, like, I get to design my new outfit, like, all of it. So they're gonna be the designers behind it. You know,
All right, cool. I'm looking forward to that.
I want to leave the Crazy Princess brand behind.
So, what do you want your new gimmick to be then?
I don't know yet. I'm still fighting as Crazy Princess, but like, I don't know. It feels off. It feels like I should do something else. I sort of got inspired by the speech you gave last month. Well, 2 months ago. I think I want to be like a sort of like fight the power type of person. Like, you know, like scrappy fighter, like comes from nowhere. Not like, you know, Crazy Princess all blinged out because daddy's got money. Like, I want to leave that behind. I want to be like the like Street Fighter type thing.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, I had an idea for a promo where I would beat up a car. Apparently there used to be like a street fighting league before, and they would beat up cars.
All right, you could do that. Or we could probably just film our training and get that out there in the public so that they could see that you can more or less wrestle.
Yeah.
Maybe then people here will take you more seriously and you can move on to that kind of a direction.
It's the transition that I don't know. Hefe told me that you were, you had like help write stuff for Club Underground before. What do you think my transition should be? Like, how do I press the reset button on Crazy Princess, you know?
Okay, so thing is that when I left Club Underground, you were being represented by El Jefe. El Jefe was sort of championing you as the next big thing, that you would be his cash cow.
Yeah, but
so you ask me, the best way to get you over and do that turn to where you want to be is to have Hefe betray you and pick someone else as his new face of the company. And that would give you a reason to fight back at his authority.
yeah. That's... Yeah. Yeah, I could see that happening. There's a few, like, I had a few ideas. But there were, like, for me, so I think I'll go with yours. I'll speak to El Jefe.
Yeah, you do that. But, let's show that you're on your way to learning how to wrestle. If we put that out there, people will start taking you more seriously. And these guys here will have to take you more seriously. Like it or not, you still have to work with them. But to do that, you have to earn their respect a bit.
Yeah. Cool. And then you keep doing your training exercises. It's fun to train with something else than a machine, like in Vegas.
Right.
There's a sort of almost like an improvisational side to it, whereas the machine was like static almost. And yeah, it's a nice reprieve from what you've done, or I should say it's good to go back to the routine of home. you keep doing your stuff this morning, and near the end of your training, I would need you to make a seduction. No, I'm kidding. Can you make a cyber tech check, please?
This is not going to be a good roll.
I bet.
Oh, well, I got a little lucky. 17.
For a moment, all of your cyberware shut down. It lasted like a split second. Like, you got used to this, like, just like paler overlay in the corner of your field of vision, where the messages from the Chiron appear, and everything, and then all of a sudden you went blind in one eye, and then everything rebooted automatically. Stephanie falls on the ring, on the mat, and she's like clutching her head and going like, "What the fuck?"
So, as he was doing this, or as that was happening, he was trying to catch himself on the top rope as he was sailing out, but he missed it because his depth perception went wonky, and he ended up hitting his face on the apron as he fell to the ground.
Ow.
Yeah.
You just when you de-stun, I guess, trying to look for the word, you notice there is someone standing right by the doors of the gym. A person with a small, probably an agent, in their hand. And they're tapping like they were sending a text message. When they notice that your cyberware is still active, like you're not completely taken out, they flip the phone or the remote or whatever device into their pocket and they leave sprinting. This person...
Oh.
Yes?
Yeah. Jimenez is going to give chase if he can.
You run after them as fast as you possibly can. You notice that the person is dressed in business wear, with short, slick back black hair. You see them from the back, of course, as they're running outside in the streets. And they're pushing people out of the way. What is your speed, Jimenez?
My speed, my dexterity is 8.
Your move. I'm sorry, your move.
My move?
Yeah, the stat move.
My move. Oh. Thought I wrote that down somewhere here. Oh, it's 6.
6? Alright, the same as them. So I will ask you to will roll a... would that be acrobatics or athletics? Jumping, climbing, throwing, I
don't see an acrobatics here, just athletics.
Yeah, no, just athletics. Okay, I'll give you a choice then. Do you try to... So with athletics, you would try to get to them as fast as possible. Or, if you want, you could use endurance. And just run them out. Basically, like, run after them until they tire and you don't have to try to get to them.
No, I'm going to try to get to him as fast as possible.
All right, so that'll be athletics. And I have a
Gotta be
12.
shitting. I rolled an 8. Did I roll that right?
D10 plus 7. So that should be a
I
D10 plus your
didn't roll
dex
that.
plus your athletics.
Yeah, I didn't roll that right. I was 7, 15. That's better. 21.
Even with a 1, you would have caught up to them. Yeah, it doesn't take long. They've barely cleared a block. They're running on the sidewalk, pushing people away. People are like bitching, yelling, screaming at them. Some of them are like, flipping them off. And you eventually catch up to them fairly easily. How do you want to get a hold of them?
So Jimenez is going to be doing this parkour style. So he's going to be leaping from car to car, parked car to parked car, as he's doing this. And when he gets the right angle, he's going to do a flying tackle on them.
You jump up and tackle them hard. They fall down on the ground. You hear the crunch of something break, either bone or tech. You don't know. And they are face down on the ground right now, and they're trying to get not to get out of your grasp, but to turn around to face you. Do you let them?
No, he's going to actually put them in a chokehold, but and get him to try to talk. Couple of seconds, and you're going to be out like a light. So you might want to get talking.
I'm not going to say what he says because my grasp of Japanese is not that great. He keeps repeating something in Japanese. Do Jimenez speak Japanese?
No, he does not.
Okay. So you just hear like something like yamete and then a bunch of other words.
All right, so I guess we're going to have to do this the hard way, and he's going to choke him out. And if his agent is working, he's going to message Mr. White and just say that he needs a. He's going to need an out in the form of a van.
Can you roll a percentile dice, please? If you roll under a 30, you're fine. If not, something happens while you're texting Mr. White. Or calling Mr. White.
22?
Yeah, no members of the NCPD have seen you. People are freaking out. I mean, there's this dude who ran after a businessman and choked him, maybe to death, on the sidewalk. People are giving you a white berth. A lot of people have their weapons out. Nobody wants to shoot at you. I mean, you don't meddle with like another guy's beef. But like they don't know you might be like suffering from cyber psychosis and you're going to turn on everyone. So, everyone's on edge looking at you. A few people have run away. Cars haven't stopped though. Like they just couldn't care less. Mr. White, you, Jinx, and Trins, woke up at your regular time. You before everybody else. Because I think if I remember right, you're a very morning person. And
Yeah,
I
because
think,
if I'm on shift, I'm up just shortly after Jimenez leaves.
yeah. Today you are not on shift, but you're going back to work tomorrow.
Okay.
I think Trins is the second one to wake up, and then Jinx wakes up late, and then theoretically Reno would be the last one to get up, but she's still having a migraine. A little bit after you wake up, Mr. White, maybe like a half hour. You don't have anywhere to be today, so you can take your time, shower, eat, and then get a phone call from Jimenez asking for a getaway vehicle.
Where you at?
I'll flash him my location.
Yeah. He's a block away from the gym.
If you need to duck somewhere, do so. I will be there as soon as I can.
Yeah, I've got a guest, by the way.
Understood. First, I ping Trins, and it's just a quick text. Are you working today?
Not at the moment.
We need the RV now. Move.
Where am I going?
And I ping the location.
Are you coming with?
I'm already almost to the RV.
Entrance is like grabbing the keys as she goes, and then takes this half second to like kind of glance back at her room, smirk into the apartment, smirks. And because she knows her brother is a night owl and doesn't sleep, she turns on the radio as loud as possible to start playing the worst song for any Italian American to ever listen to, That's Amore, and leaves through the building.
All right then. So we will head toward X as fast as we legally can.
And what about Trin? What about Jinx?
I will let Jinx know. I'll send her a message with the location saying Jimenez needs a quick pickup. We might have a tail. I don't know what the situation is. If you can follow the RV and make sure nobody's following us, that would be stellar.
Yeah, no problem. I need coffee.
I'll get you coffee, but first we got to take care of this.
Yeah, totally. I'll take off on that. Like, she'll grab her bag, she'll get out and bring her gun and be ready
And then, yeah.
and take off.
You drive as fast as you can possibly do without attracting the attention of the NCPD. It's gonna be a few minutes, so Menace, what do you do once you have this limp Japanese businessman in your hands?
Menez is going to sling him over his shoulder and carry him back to the gym. And while he's doing that, search his pockets for that phone that he was using to manipulate my cyberware. Suspected.
Yeah, it's the piece that broke. Like, there's a huge crack on it. It's wobbly. It's not completely like broken in two pieces, but it wouldn't take much for you to break it in half if you wanted. It looks like an agent. It is thicker than an agent. If you were to think like in our how can I put that? In our modern day like shape of a phone, like you know those phones with the big OtterBox cases?
Yeah.
Like it makes them like as thick as like 2 or 3 phones on top of each other.
Mhm.
That's the type of like width this thing has, of thickness it has. And there is a sort of opening at the near the top of it. A sort of like half circle is dug inside the let's call it a phone or the device anyway, and it looks like the type of place where you could like put in a like slot in a card or a chip or something. But that place is still very, very warm to the touch.
Huh. Does it look like you removed something?
Um, Give me. I mean, you're searching as you're. Are you searching him as you're bringing him to the gym, or do you wait to be in the gym to do that?
I'll wait to the gym.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that I had his phone
Okay.
before I left the scene.
So yeah, you found the phone. You found the like hot piece on it. If you could make a perception check on him. That'd be great.
$10.
There is another piece in his pockets, but it's been broken beyond recognition. But with it's like a mini satellite dish, if you will. But there's a part of it that looks like an SD card that could, it's the right size to fit into the top of the phone.
Interesting. All right. He will just hang tight at the gym and wait. Okay. But as he's doing this, he's going to call out for Stephanie.
Hey, the fuck happened? You took off in a run.
Yeah. I think this was the guy who was messing with our cyberware, so I wanted to make sure I caught up to him.
Why would, like, who the fuck does that?
Please, just 2 months ago, your dad was sliding a bomb into your tooth.
No, I mean, yeah, my dad's a monster, but I mean, we don't know him.
No, we don't know him personally, but I'm pretty sure he's not a fan of ours. Or me, I should say. I don't think this has anything to do with you. But Mr. White is on his way. We're going to get your cyberware checked out and make sure that nothing else is going on.
She starts to smirk and she's like, oh shit, Choomba. You're big enough to have haters now.
Well, I mean, I've always had haters, but sure.
Yeah, no, but like, you got one of those, like, taking it too far.
I'm pretty sure it's a corpse, so that's not great.
Think it's WorldSat?
No, I don't think it's WorldSat. I hope it's not WorldSat. I'm a little over them.
Oh, they were kind of dicks.
Yeah, well, that's the whole corporate vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking people over. It's definitely a thing. You should have seen the thing with the NCPD yesterday.
What happened with the NCPD?
Oh, mayor signed a thing and NCPD's going private.
Huh. I didn't even know that was going down.
I didn't know that either, but it's like probably one of those like backroom deal type thing.
Well, that's not ideal either.
They they quintupled their budget.
Of course they did.
It's all because of like this fucking thing that happened a couple months back. Apparently, they found like some of the cops were reselling their material to edge runners, and that didn't sit well with the city. So apparently their drastic measure were to fucking sell the cops to whatever.
Huh. Just like that, huh?
Over a month. Yeah. No, it seems... I mean, my dad used to, like, move a lot of things rapidly if you have the bucks for it. I'm not surprised. But that's, like, whatever. This guy's not a cop anyway.
No, but I'm actually lucky I didn't get caught trying to bring this guy down.
Oh, yeah, no, you would have gotten shot.
Thanks, Steph.
I mean, you can take a bullet. Look at you.
What, you checking me out now?
Come on. You, a few minutes ago, had me locked up in your sweaty arms. I know what you smell like, X. And just when it gets awkward, the RV gets here. You hear the motor of this pimped out RV. That doesn't look like it fits in Night City. It didn't fit in Vegas. It certainly doesn't look like it belongs in Night City.
Do not mock the B.A. Baracus paint job on this van.
It's classic.
It
And classic.
still looks out of place.
Do not mock the B.A. Baracus paint job on this van.
Actually, it's probably not the paint job. It's probably the fact that it's a combat RV.
It's,
And
looks
there's a
stylish.
turret on the top.
yeah, it's not the paint job so much as it's like the hippie on the warpath vibe.
Did you ever watch the A-Team? I mean, that kind of is B.A. Baracus at points in his career.
I mean, the A-Team was in that time period. But yes, the RV gets here.
All right, table this discussion later. Let's head on out before anybody else gets a little suspicious. And he's
Okay.
going to...
Actually, I get a message saying rear door
all right.
where we got Stephanie out last time.
And it's
All
the
right,
classic pull up, and just as you get there, the door slides open.
Well, I never thought I would be on this end of a getaway, but here we are. Or this end of a kidnapping, but you know, here we are.
It's only kidnapping if you hold him for more than 12 hours.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good to know.
Hi,
So
everyone.
we'll be quick about it.
Yeah, nice seeing you again. Steph followed you. You said, let's
Yeah.
get out of here, so...
Well, yeah, I mean, she got hurt too, so.
Oh, did we introduce you to the stylist we found?
She's back at
Yeah,
the apartment.
yeah, guys, not the time.
Oh, hi. Sorry. Okay.
So
Let's bring him
Leaving.
back to our place, but we should probably We need to interrogate this guy. Anybody here speak Japanese?
Yes.
Wait,
Good.
you speak Japanese?
Mm-hmm.
That was both in and out game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trins was the one that spoke, that translated stuff when Kiyoshi was talking to his people.
I shouldn't be surprised.
No, we talked about this.
I should
Trans
have
has
remembered
3,
it.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Because I asked you if I needed to spend the extra points for it.
Steph just says, "Hey, X, don't want to like mess up your whole kidnapping thing, but like people at my dad's work, they would put like GPS in their workers to know like how often they went to the bathroom and shit.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to bring like a corp back to your place?
I pop a jammer, but not here. Somewhere in the city, because we're gonna go take a drive.
Okay.
Trigger the jammer, then we disappear.
Yeah, I'm just. It's your kidnapping. I'm not gonna.
No, I appreciate the info. We should talk
Do you happen to know
sometime.
where? Do you happen to know where on the body that would usually be implanted?
No, Dad never told me. He never told me where mine was.
Yeah.
No, we took yours out. We found yours.
No, you
That's
found
a
the
little-
bomb
that's a
in
little
my tooth.
personal.
No, didn't we find the chip, the subcutaneous chip behind her ear?
But that was something else.
Okay.
Now we're
I
getting
I
personal
know
about
where the
people's chips.
GPS is hidden.
So
Okay. Okay, where are we going?
let's disappear somewhere like it's looking like we're going to the combat zone. Then we'll disappear. Then we'll double back.
Cool. Jinx, this is where we're going.
Okay.
Are there any insignias, anything in his wallet, or anything that will tell me what corp he's from?
No, but oh,
No, go ahead.
sorry. No, I thought he was asking me, Jimenez. So
I was.
the only thing I found was this weird device. He
Ooh, ooh.
You're driving. You'll have time for that. I promise.
Okay.
Focus on the road. We got to time this well to make
Okay,
it
fine.
believable.
He's got to. He must be working with Arasaka somehow because he used this device to turn off both my cyberware and Steph's cyberware.
So, did it turn yours off?
Yeah, it did.
But completely.
No, I mean it blinked in. It blinked out for about a minute before it came back on.
How long were you out, Steph? How long was yours down?
Like a few minutes, I guess. I didn't really like count or anything, and
No, but it was longer than Jimenez, right?
oh, definitely. I heard him roll out. I mean, run out. Wow, for half a second, Jimenez was a transformer. I heard him run out, but everything was a blur.
Right. If it was Arasaka, they wouldn't have any problem shutting just yours off and targeting it. Yours is made by Arasaka. Why would it glitch out and not work?
I mean, mine also glitched out.
Is yours Arasaka?
My dad worked for IEC, remember?
I remember. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, no, they don't. We don't deal in. Arasaka is banned from Night City anyway, so.
Yep. So, what I'm thinking is that there is a chance that it may not be, and this is someone else. We'll find out. We always find out, eventually. Where are your plastic cuffs?
Oh, they're in the puka here, and she kind of pushes, one of those,
Yeah.
and it, one of those push-up places where you can hide your sunglasses.
Okay, I'll grab them. will cuff his hands behind his back and his ankles.
Wait, that's the place for sunglasses?
Yeah.
I hide my weed there.
That's an easy place to find it.
He's Canadian.
They still wear sunglasses in Canada.
I still don't know. I don't hide weed in my car.
That's your problem. So, as we're driving, I'm gonna take a photo of the gentleman and shoot it off to Alt. Say, we've got a nosy corp.
Let me grab a picture of the man in question. I'll put it in the Zoom chat, and I'll put it in the Twitch chat. That should work, right?
It didn't work.
No, it said, sorry, I can't find it.
Oddly enough, the one in the Twitch chat works. I just clicked on it.
Well, it might be the Canada thing. No, it's the Canada thing.
Yeah, it's just taking me to Pinterest.
Okay, here's what it is. For those of us in the United States, we have to copy paste. Don't go there. Change out the CA to a .com.
Gotcha.
And it still doesn't work.
No. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, everyone. I'm gonna do the thing. Don't worry. It's gonna take me a second.
Yeah, it's for those who live in Canada, it doesn't matter. It works perfectly fine.
It's region gated for some reason.
I couldn't pull it up neither.
Alright, that's done. I'm gonna create a handout called The Unknown Corp Guy. It's gonna be in everyone's journal. I just have to make sure I don't link my porn folder.
Sounds good. Wouldn't want to get it mixed up with mine.
Alright. Unknown Corp Guy is now in the opponent's thing. And for those of you watching, I'm gonna try to show you his picture. Here. Ah, come on. Here he is. There you go.
The link I put in Twitch chat should work.
That works
I
too.
just went and got just the image link.
But I think one of the reasons why mine probably didn't work, it might be because I think like the board is private. So it might do some weird things with when you link it, but I'm not sure. Look, whatever. It's Pinterest. But yes, now that you see him from his face, he's a Japanese man, heavily tattooed. And one of his tat on his body, part of like the whole like half body tattoo that he has, right above where the heart is an elaborate sakura branch. No, sorry. What's your tattoo, Trins?
It's cranes.
Cranes.
And a folding branch.
Yeah, that's what he has. Sorry. The sakura was someone else's tattoo. So yeah, the same tat as Trins. And it's on that shot that shows like both this tattoo and then the camera pulling back and, you know, showing the Ooh, what's the word?
The
The call back to the scene where we saw Trins in her tank top. That's where we're gonna end for tonight. Ba, 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 ba.
I've
We
never
need to
seen
know-
anyone this exasperated at a Simon cliffhanger.
I want to keep playing.
So
Yeah. Like, Trins has no idea what's going on. She just opened the door and you guys got in. Doesn't know anything. Doesn't know anything at all. It's fine.
maybe Trins has been selling your secrets and locations to her mob bosses since day one. Maybe under this whole nice girl personage lies a devious Yakuza who's just waiting for the exact moment to enact her revenge on the party. Maybe I've been trying to save you since season 1 by trying to shoot Trins. Maybe I'm just making this all up. But for sure, we're gonna have to wait 2 weeks to follow up on that scene because Gen Con next week. So thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to everyone who hung out in chat. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the follows, the subs, the everything. Thank you to all of you watching on YouTube. It's always greatly appreciated to know that we have fans on the other platforms. Thank you to our sponsors, Art Alsorian Games, both for the game and the giveaway. Thank you to Mage and Press. Don't forget Kickstarter coming out on July 29th. Thank you to Roll20. Thank you to Found Familiar. And thank you to our partners, Level Up Dice. I will leave the mic in your hands, players. And who wants to go first? Plug everything you have to plug. Tell us who you are, what you have going on in your lives.
Okay, I'll go first because I got absolutely nothing. Hey, Amran. At Effens Night on Twitter and Burns Through the Rain and Twitch chat. And yeah, I'm here for Cyberpunk every Friday. That's it. Done.
Ice broken. Who's next?
Hi, everyone. My name is Anino. The best place you can find me online is my social media, Anino Gaming on Twitter and Instagram. Let's see, what do I have coming up? I've got nothing coming up. Everything got canceled. So we'll see you. Oh, I don't know when I'll see you guys next. At least 2 weeks from now. I think that's how it works. But be sure to check in on Twitter. I think everybody here is doing something for Gen Con. So, except for Mr. White over there. But yeah, let's tune in and check all that good stuff out.
Well, I'll go next then, because fun times. But hey all, you know me. I'm at Dirt on Twitch, and I'll be back here on Monday to hang with my bestest friends, all my friends. Well, not all my friends, because these are also my friends that I get to hang out with on Fridays. But some of my friends on Monday, we get to have the fun. Hashtag team flirting and drinking. Because the Contessa Lucrezia Sofia Fioravanti is, making her presence known in Venice. And then on Wednesday, over on Laugh Love Lindy's channel for the return of Witcher Family of Wraiths. It's great. We're all fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is wrong. The Wild Hunt isn't a problem, and I'm sure Eva Forth isn't a problem either. And it's even not a problem that he's Yannika's ex. So no Scoia'tael drama whatsoever. And then I'll be back here on Thursday. And I'm doing a bunch of stuff for Gen Con and helping out with a bunch of people, but check my Twitter because I always post where I'm going to be, the fun things I get to do, the fun people I get to hang out with. all of the great stories and games and things that I write. But other than that, I'll see you next time.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Geary. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary. You can find me here on Fridays, except for next Friday, reprising my role as the slowly becoming infamous Mr. White. And this Monday and Mondays going forward, you have Adventures in Castle Falkenstein, where I will be your host as we explore the puzzles and mysteries of Venice. Come hang out, and we had a really lively group in chat last week. Really excited that we had so much interaction. It was awesome. Our patron pun lord, Godless Lawyer, led the charge, and it was a lot of fun. Omens Rising is still making progress, though right now everything kind of is a little slower as life is impeding a lot of our ability to make progress right now. But I'm still hoping sooner than later we're going to have some really cool things to show you publicly. So I'm going to keep teasing that until life relents and we win, because we will persevere.
Did everyone go? Then I am Simon at Wandering DM. Sorry, I was getting the schedule out for Gen Con. So next week, I am DMing some private games on Friday, so that's why we are not having Cyberpunk. However, on Saturday, from 5 to 7, I am hosting the Witcher seminar and the Art of Cyberpunk panel. And then on Sunday from noon to 1, we are having a special panel with the wonderful, I lost the name, the art director for Art Alsorian Games, and they will be here to do a portfolio overview from noon to 1 p.m. So if you're interested in getting into like TTRPG art, like illustration and all that, they will help you build a portfolio and what it is that companies are looking for. Otherwise, we'll be back on Monday for Castle Falkenstein. We will also be back on Thursday for Dragon Age, right before Gen Con, and then back in 2 weeks for Castle Falkenstein. And for other shows as well. We're going to have a few announcements coming up on the 1st of August. Also, we have a Patreon if you want to check it out. Tomorrow is the first player NGM workshop that we offer on Patreon. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you would like to improve your skills at DMing, at GMing, at anything from world building to narrative beats, to adventure hooks, to writing up, creating a fun dungeon, or even if it's just like group dynamics, or from a player's perspective, if you want to know like how much background is too much background, any questions that you have, whether it be for players or for GM, we have our first one tomorrow. We'll have one every month for our patrons, so check it out, patreon.com/wanderingdm. On that note, thank you everyone for coming. We will see you again in 2 weeks. Ciao.
To me, you're